Hey, what's up? This is King Vox, and it's time to get real, guys. It's time to really think about some things. And this thing I'm thinking about right now is Path of Fire. And although I feel that the mounts and stuff from Path of Fire are nice and fluent, and I just feel this overwhelming lack of excitement for this expansion. Like, I've never ever I've even felt more excited for, half booty expansions that were put out by like Dragon Nest, where it was just a single class and stuff like that. And I feel that the only thing that this expansion has to offer people that are, I guess, of the mindset of me, where we just want to like do progression and stuff like that, is the new elite specializations. And I really truly feel that the elite specializations are the backbone of this expansion. I feel that I really just like, I don't feel like it's an expansion. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's me getting older. Mind you guys, this is my opinion. You know what I mean? This is not fact. This doesn't mean that the game's doing horrible or anything like that. I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just really just stating how I really feel, and it's been a long time since I felt like this. I think since Ion 5.0 came out, when I stopped playing Ion. So I'm not saying that that means I'm gonna stop playing Guild Wars, but how do you guys feel about the expansion? I mean, like, the things I like most about Guild Wars 2 was World v World and Fractals. Okay, those two things. And a lot of people may argue that, hey, you don't need Fractals anymore because they have raids. Not everybody wants to raid. You know what I mean? Well, know what I mean? Nobody wants to. Not everybody wants to put up with the headache of, organizing over 10 players. Like, you know what I mean? Some people just want to keep it simple with their friends and run hardcore dungeons and stuff like that. And I was okay with the whole world bosses and stuff like that around. Like, I feel very underwhelmed, and you guys can probably make a counter of how many times I'm going to say that and this, but I don't care for the lore in this expansion. I don't care for the story. I don't care. Like, I think the new race and the Sun Spears, all that stuff, from Guild Wars 1, like, it's beautiful. It's cool. I really dig that. Like, that if anything, I got nostalgia or whatever from that, and I'm just like, oh, I can kind of see some, reminders or whatever from Guild Wars 1. But man, as far as features and stuff goes, like, I don't care for these mounts. I don't care for traveling and viewing, although the vistas are very beautiful. I just don't care for it. I just don't feel like that's an expansion, and maybe it's because of the living story. You know what I mean? So what I mean by that is every living story patch they've been giving us before the expansion does what? Give us a new map. And I feel like this is no different. So it kind of like made me numb, if that's the right word for it, to this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't affect me as much because they've been releasing so many new maps and stuff like that with the living world, which are, I guess, good for the story and stuff like that, whatever. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, being a primary World v World and Fractals type player, and I dabble a little bit in SPVP, the only thing this expansion is really offering me is the elite specializations, which are really nice. I actually really like them and think that everything that's been done to this expansion was done well, in regards of, the mechanics of the elite specializations and stuff like that. But as far as the lore content and stuff like that, I'm not too hyped for it. Like, I can't bring myself to even like go through the main story. Like, it's really that underwhelming for me right now, and I just want to know if anyone else shares the same thoughts about Pavin. And don't say, hey, you gotta push a little bit farther. Like, what part of me not even feeling energized to do that or whatever? Like, means. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it doesn't matter how far I push, I'm not going to get more excited about this. You know what I mean? The only thing that I'm enjoying right now is the new elite specializations, but there's nothing for fractals has been mentioned this expansion. Like, of course, it's an MMORPG, so they can always expand on stuff like that later. I don't think that they're forgetting about fractals or leaving fractals out, but I just feel like those are some things or whatever that should have been talked about. And I've been, for the past week, I've been trying to get into World v World, and yeah, World v World right now is just, there's no queues anymore, and I don't know what's going on with that. Like, I don't know if I need to transfer servers again. I hope not, because I'm kind of happy on this server. But then again, I'm not happy on this server because World v World is just completely, there's nothing going on ever. Like, even when it's peak time in World v World, no one's doing anything anymore. Like, it's like everyone lost motive to do anything. And I'm not gonna make a lot of videos like this where I sit here and rant, but it's been a long time since I did rant about something I didn't like in Guild Wars 2. And if you guys are a subscriber of my channel and stuff, you know how I rock. You know, a bunch of positivity. Every once in a blue moon, you're going to get a video like this, and this video isn't meant to deter people away from the game. This video is just to simply, this is my video game therapy. Okay, you guys have to understand that I make tons of videos for all these games, and you know, most of my videos are positive and helpful to newer players and whatnot. And every once in a while, you know what I mean, your boy got a rant. Your boy got a rant about the stuff that he's just not feeling. And it wasn't really anything too negative about this expansion. It just feels underwhelming for me, and that's purely it. Please comment down your opinion on this expansion, and what are some features that you feel should have definitely not have been left out on. Like, do you feel that maybe there should have been a new progression mechanic added to fractals? Do you feel that fractals should have been mentioned, period? And you know what I mean? Like, what do you think about that whole situation? Like, do you think that maybe World v World could have been touched on? And you know what? Another thing is, I don't really want to hear the excuse that the developers didn't have enough time, or they didn't, you know, they don't have enough manpower, or whatever the case may be. You know, Warframe developers were very small for a long time and still managed to touch various parts of their game or whatever, especially harassing the hell out of us with Archwing, if you guys know what that is. And you know, so there's really, I don't see any excuses, and I really don't believe in the whole, you know, well, they gotta make money and all that BS or whatever. Like, to be honest, I'm a consumer. I buy things, you know what I mean? I expect my money's worth when I buy stuff, and I'm just saying that in general. I'm not saying that I didn't get my money's worth with this expansion or whatever, because I am gonna play. I'm gonna most likely just be doing structured PvP, and yeah, I mean, until they update Fractals. So I guess I'll do structured PvP, and then once Fractals is updated or something happens to Fractals, I'll play that for like however long until that system's played out again, and then I'll go back to structured PvP. But in the meantime, this video is just to really bring up some things about Path of Fire, and I really want to see what the community thinks about this. So if you play Guild Wars 2, you know, comment down below and let me know. And I won't be replying to any comments on this video. You know, that's just it. If I like your comment, I'll probably give you a heart, if even that. I'm really just interested in hearing people's opinion. If somebody says something really brilliant, maybe I'll reply, maybe. But in this video, I just really wanted to rant and get this out there. So you guys have a blessed day and enjoy Path of Fire, or you know, or yeah, Path of Fire. Ooh, POF. Ooh.